Hey, welcome to the Grassroots Champions Soccer Podcast, Season 2, Episode 6. Speaking of 2-6, Christmas is now over. We have some Christmas memes in extra time. And I'm wearing the Kobe Bryant Christmas Mamba hat because we're talking about Kobe Bryant and other multi-sport athletes in youth soccer today.
On the professional side, we're going to talk about the right amount of squad size, whether it's having two players in every position for squad size of 22 or something closer to 14, 15. What's the best way to go and chase trophies?
And then in the scouting report, we have some positive reviews for the podcast. Thank you very much. And a little detail on some upcoming guests you won't want to miss in the next couple episodes. But for now, Season 2, Episode 6, let's do it.
Question of the day. What are some of your New Year's resolutions? Whether it's soccer related or otherwise, put it down in the comments. Let us know what resolutions you have for the new year, 2026. Charlie, do you have any resolutions you have?
I do. I'm going to start with a Friedrich Nietzsche quote. And that is, he who fights with monsters should be careful lest he thereby become a monster. You know what I mean by that? Sometimes when he's talking about the abyss, you stare into the abyss stares back at you. Just a reminder to not be the thing that you're fighting, right? We work really hard to get the players to have a good environment. And then, we're helicoptering parents and being like, hey, I'm watching you. And sometimes maybe ruining the fun because we're so caring about the players. So when you're fighting monsters, don't become the monster that you are fighting. What about you?
I like that. Yeah, really. So, Aiden gave up the game of soccer, and it made me think, like, time is growing short. Like, my involvement in it, we're well past, 7 years that I've been a part of youth soccer. And I just want to take next year to really enjoy each experience, each training that we do, each game I get to watch with my boys. I really want to just be present for those and, really enjoy the relationships I've built over the years.
Very nice. I think we can both do those. What is your New Year's resolution? Put it in the comments. Let us know. Best one wins a t-shirt if we ever make one. How about that?
Hey, there we go. Get that merch.
All right, the warm-up. What have we been up to lately? It's been like 39 days since our podcast last. Wow. What have you been up to?
Well, Charlie, we're 6 months away from a big event.
World Cup?
The World Cup. And I've been just saving dollars. Everyone counts at this point. Some of these ticket prices are out of control.
I saw that some of them went down, though, because of fan backlash.
They're starting to. I saw Jordan versus whoever, Austria maybe, is like under 250 now.
And that's a top match.
What? Name your favorite Jordan.
Jordan Jordanson. That sounds like an actual person.
I'm sure there is one out there.
So it's saving up money for the World Cup.
Yeah, that's the next 6 months. Every dollar is going to count. And so,
did you get your Ghana-Norway match?
We got really close. Norway is in a group with an African country. Senegal, though, will be playing in the Norwegian group along with France. So actually a really tough group. The good news is Norway and Senegal are playing each other in New York, which is where I'll be. So that is we have 5 options while we're there. And so that's 1, the cheapest, and 2, kind of, I think, one of the most underrated group fixture matches.
That'd be good. Sadio Mane, right?
Senegal? Yeah, Sadio Mane.
And others.
Yeah, they got a few guys.
Well, you kind of manifested that one. New Jersey, Norway, and then a team that has red, yellow, and green in their flag.
We were close. We just got the wrong nation, but everything else was correct.
Manifesting almost works.
Yeah.
Manifest some more $1 bills.
Definitely have to.
I've been sick, so I didn't actually get to go to my hometown of Wisconsin. See that W-I. But I did get to catch up on sleep.
Nice. Big
for me. I've been watching highlights.
4 hours of sleep a night, guys.
3 or 4. And I've been watching old highlights, not of soccer, of Maury Show and Jerry Springer, though.
Ooh.
Kids, look those up. Don't look it up, actually. Ask your parents first. But yeah, I missed coaching over the break. As we said before, I don't have anything to do. I played through a couple video games I already beat. I don't know what to do anymore. We have our game coming up on the 3rd, though. We have no practices.
Right into it, right?
Jump right into I feel sorry for whoever we're playing. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I've been up to. Waiting for soccer to come back.
No bowling?
I've been
Nothing
bowling.
like that? Yeah.
Actually, my New Year's plan is going to be bowling at our place. There's like a special bowl night. And you know, Nate, we are multi-sport athletes, aren't we?
We certainly are.
What sports have you played?
Growing up, bowling was obviously my number one. I think close behind was volleyball. I always enjoyed playing that. I was tall, long arms, so yeah, people liked me up front. Yeah, I'm already shrinking.
And then you went to Germany, played soccer.
Yep, that's why I started to fall in love with the game. Way behind. I was at my best with like the U8s, U9s of the world, but
And then
still got to play. And
now,
then leisurely basketball too.
and bowling. So you got 5 sports?
Yeah.
Yeah, and when I was young, I played hockey for one day when I was 4. My parents really wanted me to be an American football player, but I don't have the structure Nate has or any of the guys who play at NFL. So that didn't work out. But then I tried soccer, played baseball, after T-ball, played softball in my town of 500, co-ed. So you only had one league and we had to play softball, not baseball.
Probably knew everybody.
Played basketball for 5 years, and then I caught a love for soccer. And, you know, today we're talking about multi-sport athletes in youth soccer. Nate, it's time for an early change.
Oh,
I know we usually
let's
change around the professional segment, but take a look at this. Allen Iverson, size youth large. You can see that.
It's incredible.
There is AI the answer. That's why my bowling name is Answer. Oh yeah, I bowl now too. And
left-handed.
And golf. And forgot some sports along the way. Yeah, I play a lot of sports. I played racquetball in college, but
done that. Yeah.
Talking about multi-sport athletes, we got Vince Carter up there too. One of my former favorite players. We got the Kobe, right? I think one thing is, you know, when you watch all these sports and play all these sports, you have some extra heroes, not just the soccer heroes. Nate, let's start out with this though. I've got a question for you. If you could name the best case for a player only playing one sport and specializing at whatever time, let's say even early, it could be at whatever time, but specializing, what's your best case for why a player should play only one sport?
Should play only one sport? Well, early development leads to early results. I guess if you're a results-driven athlete, by playing it as frequently as a one-sport athlete does, I think that's a fast track towards the type of success that maybe they're looking for. I think you can, if you're athletic, you can develop quickly, you know, repetition, things like that too. Boy, there's not a lot of things that stand out, which may in fact be a good argument.
I mean, it makes you think about like the pro route and basically just that, or college route or whatever, which is say post-high school sports.
Yeah, the long way is the dream, right?
Yeah.
The long path, age 3 to age 18, one sport. That's
for sure. And youth sports in particular, do you think, you know, because we're in youth sports, we have multi-sport athletes on our team. They're all over our club, which I think is great. You'll get to hear my point of view a lot. But is there a certain age where it becomes less acceptable, or maybe age or team level where, okay, we like everyone playing multiple sports, but then it maybe becomes a problem?
Yeah, I've in both. So my two favorite sports being American football and soccer. I think U15. Actually, I have a little story about this that I've read, but U15 for soccer tends to, I think, you know, that's when they start having professional youth teams that go and play in professional youth leagues. You're year-round. You leave your club soccer to join with Minnesota United at U15. Same thing in football, right? The freshman year, those 7v7 leagues in Texas, that's when they get pretty serious, and there's year-round camps and stuff like that, and you tend to probably miss playing other sports because you need to be at those. If you want to be a quarterback at the college level, they're all there. And so, but my story is I had met somebody in Germany, and their child played like leisurely. They were from Spain. I believe it was Real Sociedad, like that area. And even Real Sociedad had said to them, don't take it too seriously until U15. If you still love the game and you're good at it at U15, come and try out with us. And so hearing it from them, that's kind of where my mindset is. And then now I do see that MLS academies are now starting at U13, which you can say what you want about that. I like U15, Charlie. And so I'm going to stand by that one.
Actually, that's, I think, the age when I agree with you. It starts becoming more important.
Right.
I don't think personally that there's a age that you have to stop playing multiple sports. Players, I got your back. Uh, but maybe there's a team chemistry part in that too, where maybe if you're not going to every training, you don't know what the team is working on. It's hard for you to jump back in if you're only playing this in-season sport at the time. Maybe you're missing out on some technique. We're going to be working on technique this winter with the girls. If you miss out on 4 sessions of ball striking in a row, that's going to be a lot to come back to, a very lot. So I think there's maybe a team chemistry part to that. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so too. I spoke with one of my boys about it, and they had said, like, not that they were disappointed that kids were missing, but just that there's almost like a disconnect. I'm there every single time. I'm working to develop and make my contributions to the team more important, where said player maybe isn't. But then from that same perspective, as long as they're missing to do the other activities and, growing mind, growing the physical parts, technique, stuff like that in other sports, I don't think that the issue is quite there.
And maybe it's I've heard this before, when a player jumps back in after doing their in-season sport, maybe they're just a better player. And maybe it's a chicken before the egg thing. Are they a better player because they play multiple sports and are a better athlete? Or are they a better athlete so they can play multiple sports? Because I've had some guys, and even that was myself in high school, where I'm only playing soccer. I'm here every single time. Like, come on.
Right.
But also maybe
Where
some
are
players had some physical reasons, like me. I turned out to be 5'9", so I didn't play football or basketball like my parents wanted me to. Instead, played soccer first because I liked it a lot. I found soccer again. I'm like, this is better than every other sport I've played in the last, since I was 4, so like 9 years. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to move all the way into soccer now. Like, I could do this full time because I like it so much. But also, I've seen players before where they play soccer because they're not athletic to play the other sports. Now, you think about a center mid who's undersized, who's not very fast at the time, who can really only change direction and pass the ball, not really taking people on. There's a certain place, and there's only like one spot for that player to play on the field. And that's where I played. So, but I never missed out on team chemistry. I got frustrated with some other players, but I'm like, well, I play multiple sports. I get it. I'm not going to be mad at my teammate. It is frustrating in the game when I'm like, well, why doesn't Phil know where to go? It's because he played hockey all winter. Yeah. So I think it's a little bit of both, right? I think 15 is when it kind of starts, U15, where it becomes more serious. It becomes more of a team game, so your team should be there, and you get that team chemistry. But at the same time, I think let kids be kids. Actually, I've got a video for us here, speaking of that. This is by an MLB analyst. Do you know this guy?
Yeah, Jeff Francoeur of the Atlanta Braves.
All
right. A player I used to watch back when I watched baseball.
All right, well, check this out. I think he's got a pretty good perspective here, even being a former professional.
I think at 12 years old, if you want your kid to just play 180 baseball games, you might be one out of the 1,000,000 that it happens.
It's not going to end well.
It's not going to end well. It's going to end with your kid not wanting to play anymore.
Well, and that's becoming a common problem. It's so many great athletes or kids who could have been really, really good high school athletes and maybe even college athletes just aren't playing anymore because they got worn out and they got burned out.
My little guy is playing lacrosse this year, did not want to play baseball. And it's so funny because we always talk about it. Watch your kid. They'll tell you, for the most part, what direction they're feeling, if they're liking what they're playing, if they're passionate about it. Braden would come home from school and I'd be like, we got baseball practice tonight. And I'd be like, I'd pick him up the other day. Hey, we got lacrosse practice tonight. We get home. He lays his stuff out, got his cleats laced up already, ready to roll. And I'm like, boom. Look, I'm a baseball guy.
I think that pretty much sums it up right there. I really agree with Jeff. Is that his name?
Yeah.
I really agree with that, where I think it has to come from the player. I think you're the same as me. Our parents wanted us to be football players. Didn't work out for us. We played other sports. And in my household, I was the first soccer player in my whole extended family. So there was a little bit of a youth sports culture shock when I became all soccer all day, every single day, literally every day playing soccer, wearing soccer jerseys every day. Ironic, I don't have one on now, but that's what we're talking about.
Sport athletes, yeah.
Was that the same for you?
Yeah, a little bit. I think football would have been the choice of my family. Unfortunately, I was, 110 pounds in junior high and really capped out at 130, 140 in high school. And by seventh grade, I'd found bowling. And so, that was I was averaging 140s as a 14-year-old and just went up from there. And so,
Yeah, but I think it goes to show. Yeah, I think soccer worked out for me pretty well. I think it was a good choice. Never would have made it in the other sports, and I didn't like those ones as much. When I told my parents I want to play soccer, I remember I'm calling them out here. They're like, "You only like things that you're good at." I'm like, that's not a problem. That's me at 14 being like, so yeah, people like doing things that they're good at.
I think that's what we want our multi-sport athletes to decide, right? Is play them all, do all the activities, and then at the right age or when they're ready to, you can lock into that sport.
I've got a story about that. I had a player on my team called Elliot. This was 8 years ago. No, 9 years ago. Because then that summer, we won TCSL Summer Cup. We won Summer League as well. And he comes up to me after the last game, shakes my hand, and says, "Coach, I don't think I'm coming back next year. I got to focus on my cross country and running." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." I didn't say this at the time. He was the fastest seventh grader in the nation for distance running. So he was super fast at cross country. I think he did the 2 mile in track, and literally top one in the country at seventh grade.
Pretty cool.
So I was like, "Yeah, Elliot, no problem. Yeah, I get it." He's like, "Yeah, I feel so sorry. Like, I don't want my ankles to get hurt if like someone kicks me." I'm like, "No, I already said no worries. Like, you are all good. I know you're a runner guy. Thank you for telling me. I appreciate you communicating."
That's good that he played
me.
soccer for as long as he did.
Yeah, he played winger in our 3-5-2, and I'm an equal play guy, especially at U13. He's like, "Coach, I'm not tired." I'm like, I know. It's not about tiredness. You can do that all game. He'd just destroy the entire wing. And maybe he gets that because he played. Do you play cross country? You run cross country and track? Played track.
Played track. I like that.
But you get these things from other sports. Kobe Bryant, I've got some Kobe Bryant quotes coming up. One of them that I don't think is included here, but he really credits soccer for helping him be a great basketball player. He said there's a lot of things that are similar, how he moves off the ball. I think one of these does talk about how he uses his teammates. I might give it to Nate, move, get it back, dunk on your butt. But I mean, him, Patrick Mahomes, all these guys who did make it in only one sport, Steve Nash.
Yeah.
They credit soccer. All those three specifically credit soccer for being part of their professional journey to their own sports. So no problem, Elliot. No problem, anyone else who's like Elliot, who, if you decide for yourself, I think that's the bottom line is players have to decide, I don't want a player who goes to soccer when the parent's making them go. I've seen that one a few times where I don't want to be here. I don't like this. And now I have to coach this player. Parents, don't put your players in that situation. Don't put the coaches in that situation.
Tough on the players.
I've heard before.
It's tough on the parents.
I've heard before, I want them to be active, though. I want them to do 2 sports. Have you asked them which sports they want to do? I want them to play soccer. I played soccer when I was a child. Literally, that's a conversation I've had a few times before where I'm like, even as a soccer guy, it might be time to let it go and let them choose.
Yeah. Yeah, I was never a soccer guy, and I got 3 boys up there who are all better than me. So.
And now you're a soccer guy.
Yeah, now I'm a soccer guy.
Let's see, what else? I saw this video. We've got Mark DeRosa here. Let me see this video here.
High school coach can't tell you what or when how to do things. I was the quarterback of my high school football team, and I put as much stock into playing shortstop on the baseball team. And I was big on I'll do my best to be at certain things, but whatever was in season, that's where my main focus was. And I don't think there should be a coach alive that wouldn't want multi-sport guys coming to their team.
So there you go. He's saying the high school, well, particularly the high school coach can't be telling you that, but I think club coaches too. Everything's year round now. Back in our day, it was basketball season, and it was compartmentalized and it was simple. Now it's not so simple. Now every coach basically wants you to be at everything all the time. And I've even heard about hockey contracts or certain soccer clubs around that make you sign a contract that says, I will be at least 95% of things all year round. Like there's no break for a different season. It is I want you here. If you want to be on this team, you're going to be here. Sign this contract, which I think is crazy. I think that's a burglary of childhood to say you don't get to explore these other things that you may or may not like to do. You probably will figure out what you'd like to do, but you're not even allowed to explore those because you're playing for my ECNLRL team or whatever it is. It was even before ECNLRL was around. I heard a lot of those, but I'm like,
It's probably TCSL.
like, what are we doing though? Like, as the adults in the equation, saying you're not allowed to do this as a child, that just seems like you're setting them up for failure. Like Jeff said, that guy's not going to be playing for a long time. They're going to learn to hate it because now I have to do all these things. I have to go here. Where I've seen the opposite when players go and play their other sport, they come back in the spring after hockey, basketball, volleyball season. What's that player like?
And they realize that they missed it and they doubled down.
Yeah, oh, I actually do like soccer so much. I do like basketball, volleyball, hockey too, but oh my gosh, I missed soccer so much. And when I hear that as a coach, I'm like, I got you for 3 more months. You're locked in now. Let's go. Yeah, I think it's burglary, and I'm not even being hyperbolic. You're burglaring their childhood, and
Theft.
it is, and it causes other negative things. This is where I really cook. Lifelong impact, right? There's research that shows multi-sport athletes in youth will be long-term, lifelong athletes, which is what we want, really. It's not, I don't want this player to be as best as they can be until U18 and then stop playing and be fat. I don't want that. I want players to play whatever sport they like. If it happens to be soccer, I'll try to help you be the best you can. But there's also reduced injuries, especially overuse injuries. Nate, do you know someone who had a lot of overuse injuries when they switched to only soccer?
Yes.
Is he wearing an Allen Iverson jersey right now?
He might be.
He is. So, a little anecdote from me. I had 0 injuries ever, except for like a scraped knee or something, all the way up until I switched to soccer. Once I played soccer for a year and a half or 2 years in a row. So here's your foot, and there's where you strike the ball. That's your first knuckle of the foot. Here's like your ankle and your second knuckle. I was hitting the ball so many times on my right first knuckle that I started building up a calcium deposit there. Because when you hit your bones, like it starts adding calcium because your body says, I need to start adding things here and like strengthen this part because it's being used a lot. And then other unhealthy behaviors, like the doctor told me, well, basically it hurt every single time I bent my toe, which happens every time you walk, happens every time you try to bend your ankle and strike, hurts every time you touch the ball with that part of the foot, even if it's a soft touch, which for me as a U15 player at the time, sophomore year, devastating. And we're seeing all these players now with like ACL injuries at U13. Not that it's only due to playing one sport.
Sports, yeah.
But doctor told me, here's the other unhealthy behaviors. My doctor told me you can take 2 to 3 weeks off and it'll be resolved. It'll get better. It'll just like shrink. It'll be less inflamed. Guess what I did? I said, no, I just played 3 years up at this U19 team, coached by the varsity coach. I want to be on varsity next year. So I kept going all summer. And then after summer was done, high school starts like a week afterwards in Wisconsin because we do spring ball for club. But then I go to high school tryouts. I try my best. I'm getting into tackles. I'm hitting the ball as hard as I can when it's appropriate. And it's hurting my foot every single time I even step. Still made varsity, played all the way through that, but in pain for 11 months because then it was indoor season and then second indoor season. And then we're playing spring club ball again. Finally took a break 11 and a half months later. Got better in 2 weeks. So lesson out there for players who think you can just play through things. Stop it. You're being ridiculous. Don't be like
Take your breaks.
Don't be like the guy wearing an Allen Iverson jersey right now. Which is also ridiculous. I'm still doing ridiculous things, but yeah, it reduces those overuse injuries. Oshkosh slaughters. I see all these kids with bands around their knees. I'm like, I think I have that too actually right now. I'm like, we shouldn't be doing this to kids. I think that comes from doing the same repetitive action over and over and over, and your body shouldn't be making extra calcium.
That's crazy.
PSA. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else on multi-sport athletes? I do have these Kobe quotes if you want to hear some of those.
Yeah, let's hear.
Kobe Bryant on other sports. He said, I played other sports. I played baseball growing up in Italy. I was forced to play soccer, football, but basketball really moved me. No other sports touched me like the game of basketball.
Yeah, and I think he was at the right age when he probably came to that realization.
Yeah. I forgot when he moved back from Italy, but he names 3 other sports there. And he's like, you know what? I really like this one. I'm going to go all in on this one. Roger Federer? What's that thing?
So Roger Federer, one of the top, for me, I think he's number 1, but top 3 tennis players of all time, picked up a racket for the first time at age 12. And so there was no U8, U9 Roger Federer smashing, 6 zeros against other U8, U9 kids. It wasn't until he was U12 he was like, hey, I'm going to try this. And then develop that work ethic from there to become one of the greatest of all time. So, people say that FOMO or whatever, fear of missing out, and they got their kids in the U3s and U4s. I did it myself. Like Logan and Lucas were playing in the Anoka Armory at age 2 against 4-year-olds, and I thought it was great.
Speaking of overuse injury, it's a race to the bottom. I've seen that at all my years at 77, where it's like we have to win this game. We're not going to be like that team when they become U18. I'm like, you don't know that.
Yeah.
U.S. soccer might change the age group rules in 7 years. So,
Got him.
I had another Kobe one. He noted the similarities between basketball and soccer. Oh, here we go. Saying you have to use each other. You have to communicate with each other verbally and also through the ball itself. You have to read each other, open space for each other. There are a lot of similarities between basketball and soccer. So that one is in there. Kobe really wanted to be a tennis player.
No kidding.
Yeah, I got a couple here. There'd be things sometimes during the Lakers season when things would be really stressful, and I would just sit around thinking, man, I wish I played an individual sport. And I think what he's talking about there is, if soccer, let's say, is your entire life and your whole identity, what happens when you lose a game and you don't play or train again until Tuesday? What are you doing in the next 3 days?
Just stewing,
wallowing, being real sad. When there's times where even this fall season we lost 4-0 with our team that we're coaching. Guess what I did afterwards? I went bowling.
Yeah.
I got to focus on like, you know what? Soccer didn't go as I wanted it to go today. But thankfully I've got another sport.
Sports are fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Kobe says, I really like the idea of mental challenges that come with individual sport, like tennis versus a team sport. I think Kobe would have dominated tennis with his athleticism and his brain, his mentality. Mamba mentality here. See the snakes? Christmas snakes. Last one. In an individual sport, yes, you have to win titles. Baseball is different, but basketball, hockey, one person can control the tempo of the game, can completely alter the momentum of a series. There's lots of great individual talent. So that might be a little bit of, and these were just the top 5 on Google I found from Kobe Bryant quotes about multiple sports. But I think that mentality of playing an individual sport, you can bring that to your team is what I think he's getting at there. Where it's like, yeah, I've got 4 other guys. And Kobe literally talks about this RIP, but talked about this in so many interviews where he's like, why should I pass that guy the ball? He wasn't in the gym as much as I was. He wasn't training like I was. I saw what the reps he got. His reps weren't good. Why should I pass you the ball when the game's on the line? I was like, God damn, yeah, you're right. Okay, because I used to think he was selfish.
I did too.
And then you see all these quotes and learn about him more and buy a hat, apparently. And now I post his quotes every day on my Instagram page. But from the outside, it looks like he's selfish, but he put in the work.
Doing the work.
So I think some great things right there. Should we ask the people thoughts on multi-sport athletes?
Yeah, let's hear it, you guys. Put in the comments, what are your thoughts on multi-sports? Is there a number? Is it seasonal? What do you think? Should athletes, especially at a young age, play multiple sports?
I'm going to put my comment right now. Should be up to the players. I think everyone should play a sport. I think that's a pretty good. What would an activity be?
Like the Magnus. What's his last name?
Magnus Carlsen, the chess player.
Chess player. I mean, I don't think he's dunking over anybody, but
probably not.
His activity works for him. sometimes I'll just sit down on chess TV and watch them destroy people's lives. It's incredible.
I'm a big chess fan too. Chess and soccer very similar.
Yes.
See what we just did there?
Them both. I got a kid upstairs who will beat you guys. So
What's his ELO?
he's higher than mine. I'm put him about 1,200. He's a nice player. I like right around 1,000. I'm okay.
I stand by doing one sport in your childhood because you get the athletic part to it, the exercise. Or you could be a chess player. I think Magnus lifts too. So you guys let me know in the comments if I'm right about that. I got to change out of this ridiculous youth large Allen Iverson jersey. We'll be right back. I didn't even realize this. I was trying to go Christmas colors with the Kobe hat, but I'm wearing a golf jacket right now.
Sport.
Nate, what are you wearing?
I'm wearing Borussia Dortmund's third, or otherwise known as an alternate jersey.
Oh, I got my Arsenal one from a couple of years ago.
Alternate jerseys. So let's talk about this. The professional game, a few years ago now, I guess it's probably been about 20 years, but most clubs have 3 jerseys, right? They have their home, their away, and then one they wear in cup ties or one they wear in friendlies when they go to a different country to, just show off kind of their entity.
Or if both of your colors clash against another team's color.
Yeah.
Like I've seen like
Wolves.
I've seen like light blue and white against gray, or white and gray against light blue, and it's like you got to have like a black jersey or something.
Yep. We had that. So when we played Wolves, red and orange, I guess, conflict. Our second one was like a cream colored jersey that conflicted, and so we had to wear like our blacks, which was.
I've actually seen this one too. People are colorblind, green red. Mm. There was a green versus red matchup.
Oh no!
And one team had to change, and so many comments were like, "Why? What is going on here? Why can't we wear our home kit?" Because I don't know exactly what it looks like, but to colorblind people, it looks like the same color.
Red and green is the same like shade.
Yeah. So even to that extent, you can't even play red against green and get away with it. Maybe at youth level.
Come on, So speaking of, what are your thoughts on? So there's a club that we played and we saw them. They had their third jersey when we were down in Kansas City last year, and at first I thought it was cool, but then I thought about it. And we're already paying a fair amount of money for the youth soccer. What are your thoughts on introducing a third kit for families to buy?
It's a cool extra, but then you get into the region where it's not just an extra for like 5 players out of your team. Otherwise, they're not going to use it. Yeah. So if you want to do it, you got to get everyone on board. Everyone's got to pay for it. And I know youth soccer can be expensive. What are your thoughts, Nate?
For me, it's a little bit of the same too, I think, because then do you go club wide? Do you go age wide? Like, where does it stop? Do the U9s have to have a third jersey, even though they might not? I think it's cool if let's say you're an ECNL club and you go to a showcase and you get to wear that third kit and it's pink and purple, which is what this one was. So it's actually really cool. Colors you don't see every day, and the jerseys were the talk of the town. But I think if it has to be club wide and things like that, and you wear twice? I think it's a little bit of a money grab and should be maybe saved for the professional game.
Yeah, I've heard about teams doing little accessories. Like there's a coach at our club who I think like 4 or 5 times out of the year gives them little gifts like, oh, it's a bow that every player is going to wear during games or can wear during games. Sure. And then the next month it's like, oh, here's a sweatband that our whole team can wear. And like all these little extras. And she literally buys them for the players, which is super cool. But it doesn't have to be a jersey, right? I do think it's really badass when you do have a whole team wearing an extra jersey. You expect to play a team that's red and white. They show up wearing a navy. I'm like, what is that? That looks cool. A lot of pro jerseys, it's their coolest jersey.
Man United's this year. Guys, go Google Manchester United 25-26.
I'll put it up here.
Yeah, it's deep royal blue with a gold Adidas trim. It's perfect. I'm getting a jersey soon. It's coming. So,
although, are you familiar with Patrick Bet-David? He runs the PBD podcast, which is pretty similar to ours.
All right.
It's not similar to ours at all. But they were talking about youth soccer about 10 days ago. Check this out. He is based out of Miami, Florida, and his son plays for, I don't know which club. I don't think I ever learned. But listen to this. He's talking about a very familiar problem in youth soccer right now, or youth sports in general.
Youth sports in crisis as skyrocketing costs price out parents threaten childhood health. It is expensive, to be honest with you. Like everything we were part of a soccer team. One soccer team, it's like, you got to buy 7 jerseys. I said, what did you say? He says, Jennifer comes and says, he needs 7 jerseys. I said, babe, what? NBA players don't have 7 different types of jerseys. It's 7 different color jerseys you got to buy. I'm like, this is getting, I was like, okay, babe, we'll do it. But I'm looking at the families. I'm like, how many people can do 7 jerseys times this, times that? Anyways, it is getting kind of a little bit out of control.
So yeah, I mean, good point. He is literally million, maybe billionaire at this point. Probably tens of millionaire, maybe hundreds.
He can afford the 7 jerseys.
Yeah, but that's when he's like, I'm looking at everyone else though. I'm like, are we sure everyone can do this? So I think, like you said, if it's club wide, it gets really tough. Or I don't even know if that's club wide. It's just his team said 7 jerseys.
Yeah, maybe they travel a lot.
Like you have a rainbow, you're doing the RG Biv. Like
going yellow today, boys.
I think that it becomes excessive at a certain point where maybe you go the route of little accessories every player could wear. Mm-hmm. And I don't know which accessories exactly you get for like a boys team, because that's clearly a girls team with the bows in their hair. But I don't know. I think there's things you can find to do, or don't get like the top of the line Nike one that your club has. If your team's going to do something,
training kit could be your 3rd jersey.
There's another team at our club who got a uniform for one of the NSC tournaments, the 5v5 ones, and now they wear those. It's like a black shirt with their name on the back and their number, pink socks. I don't think they got shorts to match, but now I see them at training sometimes. I'm like, all right, literally the opposite of our club colors, but I kind of like it.
Fun.
Yeah. So, yeah, pros and cons. Youth soccer is getting expensive, though.
Sure is.
I don't think it's going to stop. Well, unless we do this
next
overhaul.
Podcast, we'll be talking about the 4th jersey, guys.
Hopefully not. PBD will be talking about the 8th one.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of people with lots of money who can afford jerseys, should we talk pro soccer?
Let's get right into it.
Let's do it.
Hey, looking good there, Coach Zubel.
Got to look professional for professional soccer. What do we got today?
Yes. So we'll start with the weekly awards. Not much to choose from this time. Ligue 1 has been off since the 14th of December.
Good.
La Liga, right? Not that I would choose from there anyway. La Liga's missed a little bit of time. Bundesliga's, they're off for another couple weeks as well. And so
good.
Instead of 2 hours of watching highlights, I only had to watch 30. I had to choose between Serie A and the EPL. So let's get into it. You guys might have watched this game. It was probably the game of the week. I think it was NBC at 11:30 on Saturday. Aston Villa and Chelsea played. And I just want to give a shout out quickly to Unai Emery.
He's our kryptonite.
Yes, yeah. Got Arsenal from the inside and now with Villa on the outside. They play each other tomorrow, so that should be a fun one. And I'll tell you what he said after in this post-game speech. But anyway, Chelsea, they didn't really run things in the first half, but they had more chances on the front foot. 1-0 lead going into half. We and the boys were even wondering why John McGinn, Ollie Watkins, a couple of the other guys were on the bench. We know it's the holiday season and there's fixtures every 3 days. But he brought those guys on the 60th minute and the game flipped. And Ollie Watkins scored both goals. Aston Villa wins 2-1. But what Emery had said was he just wanted them to play a game for 60 minutes. And then in the final 30, it was kind of full throttle. And he didn't think Chelsea would be ready for it. And he was absolutely, I mean, they could have won 4-1. They had created so many chances.
But Chelsea had 40 players to start the season.
That's true.
Where'd
you
they all
think
go?
of all teams that could survive the depth of having to play for 30 minutes at a high tempo, you'd think it would be Chelsea. But obviously, well, we'll get into that a little bit later, actually. My goal of the week, surprisingly, in a rather dull affair, was Patrick Dorgu's left-footed volley from the right side of the field. Maybe Charlie will show it to you guys. Really slick goal. His first goal for Manchester United.
Left-footed? Is he?
Yeah,
He's right.
He is left-footed.
Right? Okay.
I
don't watch that team.
We're getting there. He usually plays left wing back. With everybody in Africa for the African nations, he played right wing in our 4-3-3, which we'll save that for another podcast, guys. But we played 4-3-3. We got 3 points. It was great. Dorgu's goal, right on the edge of the box. Really nice.
Surprising volley.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
I didn't think it was coming. Not from that anyway. My flop of the week, we'll go right back to it, is Chelsea. And it's because they're inconsistently beautiful. That's my word for them. They beat Barcelona 3-0. It was crazy how well they played, and everything was flowing. It was really well connected. And then the very next, here we are a month later, and they literally couldn't get out of their own half against Aston Villa. It's so strange. And I don't see how they can win a trophy. If that's their goal, I don't know what it is, but you think they want to finish top 4, right?
They probably want to win a trophy, something.
They want a trophy.
So Denzel Washington, I'm leaving with something.
And maybe their best chance is the Carabao Cup. They're in the semifinal. They have to play Arsenal in a 2-legged affair, which I think is going to be absolutely fantastic. It's in between. No, I think it's right after the game of the week. But Arsenal's going to be in it here pretty soon. A lot of fun games coming up. I couldn't pick a team of the week just because when I looked at the Serie A standings and I looked at the EPL standings, the EPL right now is a 3-team race to the title. Arsenal in first, Man City in second, and Aston Villa in third. And then in Italy, Inter's in first, AC Milan's in second, Napoli's in third, and Juventus is in fourth. Well, anyway, over this past weekend, all 7 teams won. So let's give all 7 teams a piece of that award.
Arsenal team of the week.
If you're going to be around, these are the games you got to win, right? This is when it, for these 2 leagues that play 38 games, Germany does 34. I think France does 34. Games every 3 days. These are the ones you have to win. Arsenal's playing Villa on Tuesday, tomorrow, yesterday, probably when you guys see this.
I'll get this out as soon as possible.
So, yeah, you guys will know. The games are coming fast. And so it's cool that, 1, these 3 teams didn't allow Liverpool to get back into the title race. Bravo. But then, 2, I think we're actually going to have a couple. Spain's top 2 should be battling to the end. Bayern's probably running away with Germany. PSG is going to run away with
In Spain,
France.
that's Valencia and Real Volcano.
Getafe.
Okay.
No. Yeah, I think you guys all know. If you don't, put in the comments who are the top 2 teams in La Liga.
I just did.
Yeah.
Real Volcano, if you remember.
Hey, they were my team of the week in the last podcast. All right, so yeah, and then guys, because the EPL, everybody's playing 4 games in the next 11 days, and the very last game in these fixture lists is Arsenal hosting Liverpool. And so that's my game of the week. I think it's safe to say we're, at least here on the podcast, we're all cheering for Arsenal.
Everything's coming up, Arsenal. Go Gunners.
Yeah. So, but the topic I wanted to talk to you about was kind of the ideology of tactics and team depth within that. And so the first time I really noticed it when I started watching the Prem was in 2004, 5, 6-ish. We were the top 2 teams in England. Nobody was really coming through. I think 98 Arsenal won, 99 Man U won, 2000 as well, 2001. Arsenal won in 02. We won in 03, taking it from them late. They went undefeated in 2004. What broke through? And it was Jose Mourinho's Chelsea. And he didn't do it he didn't have the strongest 11. Maybe Peter Cech. But he had 2 guys in every spot. He had like Sean Wright-Phillips and Joe Cole on the wing. And he had Damien Duff and Arjen Robben on the other wing. And he had John Terry and Ricardo Carvalho and Wayne Bridge and Ashley Cole. And so what I want to talk about is, does soccer require 22 players? You talk about best 11s. In Mourinho's case, and a lot of coaches have kind of evolved that a little bit too, is it required to win with 22 players? Or, like our teams, we had, I would say 15, right? Thierry Henry never rotated. Dennis Bergkamp never rotated. Perez, Giggs, Scholes, Beckham. The list goes on and on. But then Chelsea did it differently, and Chelsea was able to win the 2005 Premier League and the 2006 Premier League. And so, Charlie, I just want to know your thoughts. I have my kind of thoughts on it too that I'll discuss. But do you think there's a right number of depth in order to win titles?
Well, that Chelsea team was one of the first ones that I really became a favorite of. And John Terry, I think, played every minute. In the last game of the season, he got injured, and the commentator said that. I'm like, how do you play every minute in 38 games? Maybe he was the only one, though. Talking about squad building, I think we see it with Arsenal this season, where we literally have 2.5 teams that could beat anyone's butt in the Premier League. Depending on if Martinelli's playing or not. I don't know. I have a meme. I have a meme about him later, but he's my only dark horse on that team where I'm just like, everyone else is solid. And you see Andrea Berta, just hoarding players.
He wants more.
And Chelsea was doing that at the beginning of the season with their 40. He's like, more players. I want wingers. So I think it is becoming a trend, or I think that if you can get 22 of the top guys, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'd worried about, like, for me, Madueke probably should be playing if he was on Bournemouth, playing every game. He's content playing with Arsenal and playing every third game. Feels like you're coming off the bench and playing 15 minutes.
I think we mentioned that before, where I think now if you offered a player, like let's say Rodrigo is coming over, or whoever that, Leao, one of those two guys were in the news recently. If you told them, hey, you're going to play 1/3 of the games, but you win the EPL and the Champions League, are they saying no to that? It's a pretty tough thing to say no to.
Yeah.
And especially if that guy ahead of you gets an injury, let's say even 3 months, that you could earn your spot long term, and you get 3 extra months of a 10-month season. So I think players want to be on a good squad. I think managers want that depth just in case. Funny thing about Arsenal versus Man City this race, they call it set piece FC, which I have a part about later, but they said you can't injure set pieces, but you can injure Erling Haaland.
Ooh, yeah. Yes, you can.
So one injury could blow up City's whole season, versus we've had injuries, and it hasn't been a problem.
Gyökeres, Havertz, they've all missed. All these guys.
Yep. And our 2 center backs were out for 3 games in a row. We had Hincapie and Mosquera come in.
Yeah, everything was fine.
They made a couple more errors than Gabby or Saliba would make, because they make 0. So Hincapie and Mosquera made like 2, but we barely skipped a beat. Saka gets injured. Madueke comes in. Trossard is always there. He's ready to play.
Yeah, Odegaard missed time as they came in. I mean, it scored a hat trick against Tottenham.
Gyökeres got injured. Marino is up there again. Yeah, I think
wild.
I don't think it's coming from the managers necessarily, but I think it's coming from the need, because players are playing all those 3 games in a row in 1 week, or whatever else it is. The injuries, maybe they're overuse injuries because they're individual sport athletes. But no, I think there's becoming more of a need to have more depth, but not just a number depth wise, Chelsea, but really good players. And if you have 22 solid players, I think that's probably all you need for a season. Knock on wood. Hopefully you don't need more than that.
No, you don't, Chelsea. Yeah, and kind of my thought. So I've always been of like the Ferguson tree, right? Like, I think 18 is a really good number, because you have your starting 11, the guys who know that's where they're going to be every week, and then the 2-2-2-1 rule, right? 2 guys that can come on and play in the attack, 2 guys that can come on and cover those midfield places, and then 2 guys that can come, maybe 1 backup fullback, and then 1 backup center back, and then a backup goalkeeper. And I think 18 also allows you the depth required to go on and win trophies, but at the same time, there's nobody, what's going to happen next year when Pedro Neto wants to leave, because he's got to share time with Garnacho and Gittins and...
Ooh, sharing time with Garnacho.
Yeah. Delop and Joao Pedro, and the list goes. I mean, Nico Jackson left Chelsea because of that.
But I think part of it's probably having enough good players, but maybe with that 18, you have versatile players. Like, yes. I think Declan Rice
can play on both.
Declan Rice played right back for us against Brighton.
Right back, yeah.
Marino's playing striker. All of our backline, Kieran Timber and Calafiori could play in the middle, but usually they're wing backs. And that's just to name one team. There's plenty of teams that have that fluidity and versatility per player, where, our main center back's injured. Not a big deal. I got a guy for that.
Yep. I think, teams like Arsenal and Bayern does it really well. Bayern's like their 19th and 20th and 21st players are academy kids. It's Leonard Carl, who's actually taken the Bundesliga by storm. The guy, watch him, guys. He's fantastic. He's playing for minutes, and he's that 19th guy. And so I think, why are we spending on 22, 23 players when, in fact, if you believe in your craft and you believe you can develop players too, go out and buy, 2-3 players this summer, but then rely on your youth and give them opportunities. You never know what might come from. Thomas Mueller played there for 15 years because they gave him a chance when they had Luca Toni and Mario Gomez, some names from the past there.
Oh, yeah. That was way back.
And
Remember
so
those guys?
Mueller broke in at age 18 and never left until this year.
Where's he now?
Vancouver Whitecaps. Lost to Messi in the ever important MLS final. Shout out to Inter Miami for their
buying players. Oh, I mean, really good success on the field. But yeah, I mean, it makes me think of Arsenal. Have you seen their tactics? We're getting a lot of flack for our tactics. You know, Dark Arts FC, Set Piece FC. But I think Arteta's cracked the code. Because you know how everyone plays against us. Speaking of versatility, they're going to sit in and play a low block. And how do you beat that? You beat it by kicking it off their shins and getting a corner, and then you send. You know, I think we're the tallest team in the league right now.
It wouldn't surprise me. We have Declan's, Zubamendi. They're all Moreno. They're all big boys.
We can make a team of only guys over 6 feet.
That's
and
crazy.
It's an actual lineup,
White,
like back four.
Fury.
Yeah. And I was like, wait, what is Arteta's cooking something here? And there's a reason. And now we're seeing the set pieces all come through. But you know, someone who struggled against a set piece, or against a low block this season, that was Liverpool against Nottingham Forest when they're down 3-0. And something I like, we do hate on bald guy Arne Slot, but I do like this. I have this quote from him here. He said, "If things go well or things go bad, it's always my responsibility. I tried to adjust a few things that didn't really work out. We have quality players. It's my job to get the best out of them. I am not at the moment. It is my responsibility." So I literally just posted memes about him earlier that day. And then he comes out with that one. I'm like, you know what? Respect. Respect.
He's one of the good guys.
Here's the video of them playing against Forest. This is a 2-minute long video. They start a counterattack. Forest gets all 11 of their guys back. Like literally running back except their number 9, but he's getting there. They do one back pass and every Forest player is behind the ball. And my question is, manager must make changes here, right? But everyone gets mad at the managers. I don't think fans really know what to do here. I think a lot of them do, but I think we're making decent choices here. But how do you beat this low block?
Tough to create. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 guys inside the 18 right now.
Now they set up right on the top of the box and just let Liverpool switch it and do the horseshoe around the back. So my question
They're not
is,
closing down here. They're not trying to win the ball.
My question is, do fans really know how to beat this? I think Arteta figured it out. He said, all right, I'm going to send in 6'5" guys and just head the ball in from a corner or free kick or whatever you give us, or early cross. Could be any of those. But as I'm watching this, Schlott got so much hate for this game, and especially this clip. So many fans, all the comments are, he doesn't know what he's doing. The players don't know what he's doing. Nate, do you think fans really know?
No, I don't. I think they have an idea of how the game should be played. And they kind of like, you look at this and you're thinking, we're keeping possession. It's going to create opportunities. But Slot said not, he has an idea, but an idea when you're playing 6s and 7s at the back, it's tough to break through. And I think the solution isn't so easy, right? Is to create chances when you're, you got to shoot it from 30 yards.
Case had 2 crosses already in that clip, but one got deflected and the other one wasn't that great.
Yeah, they're sending crosses in on, it's 1v4s. I mean, you're asking your center forwards, that's tough.
Yeah. I have this video here of some Liverpool fans who do think they know better.
No.
Are you ready for this?
When Klopp left, but I'm crying harder now watching this mess. 400 million spent and I still don't know who's playing striker. Klopp asked for rice, they gave him dust. Slot asked for steak, they give him a buffet. FSG ruined me weekends, Arne Slot, he's finished. Get him gone. Klopp had charisma. This fella's got a clipboard and trauma. 6 in a row, lad. 6! I can't even look at the telly no more. Every time I see that fella on the touchline with his little notebook, my blood pressure goes through the roof. Klopp had us fighting Wolves. Now we're getting beat by Wolves. He's broke me spirit. I'm sick of hearing, trust the process. The only process I trust now is me processing a refund for me season ticket, lad. Klopp gave me memories. Slot's giving me migraines.
All right, there's more to it than that.
Oh, no.
I mean, we're not going to watch the rest, but clearly real fans that are saying that stuff, right?
Yeah, they're at every game. They have the season tickets.
That one was actually AI, but
Oh no,
I got you.
No. The season ticket holder was AI.
Yeah, all those were AI. You could see in the background. Tip for you guys who aren't Zoomers or are perpetually online.
It's scary.
You can tell by the background, no one's moving. There's like a fake fire. But anyway, it sounds real though, doesn't it? I hear fans like this every single time. Yeah, it's enough Scouse accent. That's why I cut it off early. Hurt my ears. But I hear people like that every single week. They're in the comment section. They're doing the Arsenal fan TV. I don't think they really know. Like if you're Slot in that situation, you're watching your team do that. What advice do you give your team to actually solve that? And rather than us discussing it, I'd rather do this. You guys, if you're so smarty pants, put it in the comment and tell us what you would do as manager in that situation, or tell us what you would do as a player. How do you influence the game as a player? Because if you're just doing the same thing over and over, it's not going to work. So comment. If you're a manager, what do you do? If you're a player, what do you do? Whose fault is it really? Do the fans actually know better? I just thought that was interesting. So talking about the versatile players, Arteta has this idea of players that he really, really wants. I want a 6'2" guy who could play left back and center back. And sometimes he ends up on the right wing. And we all know who I'm talking about.
Guys.
But you get a player like that, and it doesn't matter how many injuries you get. Knock on wood again. So I think it's not just the number of players you have; it's maybe the profile of the players you have as well.
Yeah, and to your point, the best managers, the Jose Mourinhos, the Mikel Artetas, the Fergusons, the Wengers, they all understood for themselves what the right. I mean, they've all. I think Arteta has a trophy, right? Everybody I just mentioned. Come on, he's got one. Okay, good.
We got FA Cup, I think.
And I think due process, he should have a few more coming. So
it's our year. Speaking of the year, in half a year, we got the World Cup coming up. Nate, did you watch the draw?
Oh, I sure did.
I didn't.
Don't know how I feel about it.
I only saw the highlights, but it was something. Can you give us a little synopsis of what the draw was like, or the groups maybe? Anything you want to tell us about the World Cup coming up?
So, well, yeah, we won't mention the craziness, but this is the first World Cup where there's, oh God, a lot of teams.
And
48.
And a halftime show.
Yes, we get halftime shows now too. It's going to be exciting, guys. If not great soccer, at least the event. It's going to be the most exciting event in the history of soccer. So I'm not quoting anybody there.
Can't wait to
Maybe I
see.
am. I don't know.
Shakira, Samina Mina. If it's on that level,
we'll play it for you guys next time. But the 2026 World Cup theme song did come out this week. My phone was notified that the song is out now, so I haven't listened to it yet. But
do we have a mascot?
Oh, I haven't seen a mascot either.
They all look so bad every year.
Yeah,
I hate looking at them.
It's probably gonna be 3 mascots.
Any interesting groups we have coming up other than your group, the Norwood group?
Yeah, so, well, there are a few interesting groups. They're not completed yet because in February and March we're going to have more games to get the final teams into the tournament. Like Italy still hasn't qualified. They might not. They're playing a pesky Ireland team, I think Charlie and I talked about in the last episode. So there's teams to still be placed, but the ones so Brazil and Morocco are in the same group. That's going to be a lot of fun to watch. It's Group C, and Brazil and Morocco are playing in New York. It's one of our options, but far and away it's our most expensive option if we do get it. The United States could potentially play Turkey in their group if Turkey does all the right things and get through. There's a few Turkey fans here in the room, I believe. Kenan Yildiz, who hopefully will not be putting on the Arsenal shirt in the future.
He might. I see rumors all the time.
I don't like it. That's my guy.
I sent that to Nate and he cried. I think.
Pretty close, guys.
I wasn't there.
If Turkey wasn't in our group, I'd be cheering for Turkey. But, I mean, I really like their youngsters are good. Arda Güler is another one for you Madrid fans. I'm hoping they make it, but I hope the U.S. gets out of the group. We're probably co-favorites with whoever ends up winning that group of 4. They're all about the same. It's like Slovakia, Turkey, a couple other ones. England got an easy draw. England will also be in New York. We could see England-Panama.
Classic matchup.
Should be kind of fun. That's the one the boys want to see.
Winner gets the canal.
Hey, there we go. All right.
Does England have a canal?
think so. Or is it Francis? I don't know. Whatever goes through. Or channel.
Whoever,
they have the English channel.
Yeah, channel. Which is is canal just channel in Spanish? I'm just asking questions. So.
Yeah, if you guys know, put it in the comments. Let's fill this thing up. What is the canal?
Well, anything else about the World Cup?
We'll finish up with my dream. We'll see if it happens. But on Logan Lucas's 14th birthday, Germany will be playing Ecuador in New York, and we could all go to that. That, for those of you that might be new to the podcast, I spent a year in Germany. Dortmund is my club because I live there. Like, everything's coming up Germany, so that's my dream, to be able to see them in a World Cup game would be pretty cool. So,
Schland. I knew some German exchange students, and that's how they say they cheer for Germany. They Schland, Deutschland, Schland. Well, you mentioned two things. You mentioned Turkey, and we mentioned the groups in the World Cup. People are saying there's no group of death, but if you guys watch the draw, or at least the highlights, people are saying that the group of death is Wayne Gretzky and whichever country's name he has to pronounce.
Oh, no. There's Rio, Wayne, they all struggle, man. Tom Brady.
and then you mentioned Turkey. That's more of a Thanksgiving thing, though. You know what I have coming up next in Extra Time? Christmas special.
Here we go.
Are you ready for it?
Got to change first.
Ho, ho, ho. Let's go. All right, Extra Time. I'm just going to say it's going to be fun. It's all Christmas themed. I had some other stuff. I deleted those for next time or a different time. We got like 28 to 30 Christmas themed things here. Some things you might recognize from your childhood. Some things maybe you did in the last week as Christmas dad.
Ooh.
Something for everyone, as always.
That was the Grinch at the holiday tournament.
I'll put that picture up too. There you go. That's our first one.
Guys.
Let's see. So everyone's favorite song. What is it?
Last Christmas.
Mariah Carey, right? All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Oh, yeah.
And Arsenal fans have hijacked it with 4 syllables. We only changed 4.
Boy.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it
to Pim Mendy. Instantly way better than Mariah's version.
Boy's a bit special, I suppose.
You know who else is special? Declan Rice. Before you laugh at kids for believing in Santa, remember, there are grown men who will wake up today fully believing that Moises Caicedo is a better footballer than Declan Rice. Merry Christmas, folks.
Yeah, Declan's my guy.
Give it to Declan Rice. Added a letter. So I said I hate Martinelli.
Yeah, he's not your guy.
You know what? Every time he comes out in the Champions League recently, though, like 3 games in a row, scores a goal that we really need. So here we go. Rudolph is just a system reindeer. Rudolph on that one foggy night. It's Martinelli scoring the Champions League. Come on. Ridiculous.
It's a pretty good take, actually.
Do you ever see this one? Actually, I only saw this one just 5 years ago when I visited Wisconsin. This is when your mom says, warm up the oven.
I bet that was you in your kitchen.
I never touched the thing.
Oh.
Here's this one, though. When mom says, by the time I'm home, the chicken better be cooked.
The boy showed me this one, yeah.
Absolutely cooking it. These are not bad moves.
Yeah.
Especially with socks on. Ooh. All right. That chicken's cooked. Well done, chicken. It's burnt. Do you know what Pep's doing? As soon as there's already the picture of...
he's weighing them.
There's that picture of Donnarumma looking down at the scale, and Phil Foden's like this already.
Uh-oh.
He's weighing the players when they come back from holiday. And here's Steve Bracknell. We mentioned him on one of our early episodes. Grassroots manager.
Yeah.
Or Sunday League.
Yeah.
This is Pep Guardiola on Boxing Day.
Dictatorship. Get on scales. Like being in North Korea. Get on scales. Putin's Russia. Get on the scales. Wow.
So mean.
Steve. Someone asked Sean Deitch about what Pep was doing. They asked him this question. They said, "Will you be weighing your players, in for this next game?"
I think it's unlikely. I presume you're mentioning about Pep. Is he weighing himself in, do you think? I would know. One roll for one. Come on, Pep. Just looking for the players to use a bit of common sense. I don't mind them having a Christmas dinner. Why not? Sometimes the psychology is as important as anything, with athletes and, within reason. You want them to enjoy their Christmas day. I certainly do.
Because it's Christmas, I'm going to bring up Brian Clough.
All right, well, there we go. I don't remember if there's more, but little meme by Sean there, followed by actual advice.
Yeah.
Let the players swim in the pool when you go into out-of-state tournaments.
Yeah.
For example. You know how people were talking about Schlott? Too predictable from Santa last night, with Rudolph guiding the sleigh yet again. He's too stuck in his ways with his 2-2-2-2-1-4 system. Only a matter of time before he gets figured out.
That's clever. That's fun.
Roy Keane's favorite line: when you see kids thanking Santa Claus for delivering them their Christmas presents. That's his job. That's his job. You guys don't know. I think someone was saying like, "Oh, this player's running all over the pitch. Isn't it great?" And Roy Keane in that interview was like, "Oh, I'm not really impressed. That's his job. He's supposed to. What is he supposed to do?" This is the guy doing Keno, though.
God, Santa's the best. He delivered all the presents.
He done okay.
He's amazing. He did a brilliant job.
He done okay. When you surround yourself with decent characters, be it Mrs. Claus or the elves, it makes your job easy. I was lucky enough to have that at Forest, with Stuart Pearce, Des Walker, Nigel Clough, a United with Giggsy, Scholesy, Butty, Steve Bruce, not guys you go to war with. I bet when Santa was loading up his sleigh on Christmas Eve, and he sees Rudolph, Donner, Blitzen, brilliant reindeers, but more importantly, brilliant characters, I bet he was thinking, you know what, tonight will be all right. Tonight we'll deliver the presents.
Yeah, but he's magic. He delivered presents all over the world.
He did a decent night, but that's his job. He done okay.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
If you guys don't know Roy Keane, here's the real Roy Keane reacting to trees. We call it pundit tree.
It's rubbish.
What did he say?
Absolute rubbish.
Nice tree with the decorations. Not enough effort put in, but over the top. It's Christmas. Bird, like a single man lives there. It's a disgrace. On the tower in there. No time for this one. It's rubbish. Great again. Bit of an effort, but it's probably worse. First half. Didn't want to finish it off. Rubbish.
Rubbish.
Nate, have you ever had a tree knocked down in your house?
Yeah.
Maybe by some rowdy kids? Do you know why that happened? Because they're not at youth sports right now. Oh my gosh, don't you just love holiday break? A holiday break at home when the kids don't have sports.
Pretty much.
Extreme! Parkour! Parkour!
Parents comment, is that you right now? Or is this you? You remember our friend Jamie Kaler?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I'm soccer dad.
Glad to tell you that he's back. Check this out. Kaler,
Yeah.
He actually completely rebranded his comedy to. He still does stand up, but he's fully embraced Soccer Dad. He even has Soccer Dad merch now.
That's awesome.
I think we helped put him on the board. So keep it up. We love your stuff. Nate, here's more of a dad role too. What did your dad do when people were opening presents?
Was that
Or
the
what do
video
you do?
camera days? I can't remember.
Here's what a lot of them do. This is your da scanning the living room floor for any wrapping paper to pick up today. That was my dad's
that probably
job.
would have been mom.
Oh, my mom was busy taking pictures and clapping. My dad was just picking stuff up and said, put it in the bag. This is your dad with the bin bag as soon as you unwrap a Christmas present. See, so it wasn't just me.
Yeah.
He's scanning like Javi. Give me that bow. Some of these are relatable. You know what the best Christmas song is, though? It's not Mariah Carey. That's the worst one. Zuba Mendes, number 2. This might be number 1. Saint Sue.
Oh.
It's Ronaldo. That's enough of that. That was almost as bad as the Scouse accents.
Just about.
Do you know what Real Betis does every year?
Yeah, that's cool.
Here's a video of it. You want to explain it?
Sure. So I think teddy bears and stuffed animals get donated to like children's and their hospitals there. And so in the final home game before Christmas, I mean, everybody's bringing them. I think they ended up with 15,000 this year, is what I read. Right?
It's a lot. Awesome tradition. They do it every single year. Very cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Spirit of giving. Spirit of Christmas, maybe.
Anthony Price scored that game too.
Anthony for sure scored that game. What is this? Oh, okay. This is Grandma. Dessert is here. Who wants more? This is me after eating enough food to feed an entire village. Me. I want some more.
We do like the Christmas desserts.
Every year, Grandma. Every year. Look at the title of this one. Does that worry you? Day something.
Not my buddy. Hair. Yeah. Hey, we got one in a row. We're back.
This is day 4,267 of not cutting my hair until I receive no Lynx Africa for Christmas.
What?
And if you've ever been a teenage boy, you don't know what that is. I think that's a British brand, but it's basically like Axe body spray.
Got it.
Every year, though. Every year. I haven't for a while. What is this? Okay, when my family asks if I can try not to steal all of the gravy this year.
Over and over again. If people want me to change my approach, it's not going to change. Like, we're doing it for a reason. We're doing it because we think it'll help us be successful.
We go again.
That's pretty accurate.
Worst gift. Yeah,
oh boy, the Tottenham one, or is it Man U?
Worst gift to receive: Man U season ticket.
Oh, I saw the Tottenham jersey version of this.
Me too. You know what's worse than that, though? A Man U jersey.
Oh, no, I'd be the best gift ever.
You get Cole. Here, I bet you can't guess what this gift is. I hope it's Scott McTominay. What is that, though? Dead body? A live body?
Yeah.
Scott McTominay?
Want them to be alive? That would be nice.
You don't want Scott McTominay to be alive? Here's my wish list for this year. This is actually real. This is, Dear Santa, no injuries, a new knee, mental peace off the field, and World Cup tickets.
Hey, that's
a solid list.
Yeah.
I know this is a meme, but that is actually really good. We've only got 3 more here. We're zooming through. This is Dad Christmas stats.
Ooh.
This is 0 presents wrapped, 0 presents bought, 14 beers consumed, 0 dishes washed, 8 pigs in a blanket nailed, and 0 potatoes peeled.
Oh, it's not all dads.
I feel like you help out way more than that.
Yeah, I'm a gift buyer for sure. It's
potato
kind of where my
peeling?
strengths are. Yeah, no, not much for that's Lucas.
14 beer consumer. All right, I like this one. Maybe this happened to you. Mom says, no talking about football at the dinner table. Me, my dad, and my uncle.
Oh, yeah.
Get up from the table and go somewhere else to talk then.
That's us. Yeah. Sarah's just bought in.
Nice.
So there is soccer chat at the dinner table.
Because otherwise you just have to get up.
Yeah, they don't want that.
And here's a special one to end. Not so funny, but a good one. Really shows you why we play soccer, why we love soccer. International. This is 111 years ago. You know what happened on this day?
I do, only because I'm reading a World War book trilogy, World War I, World War II, and Vietnam. And so they recreated this day in the World War I book. It's really cool.
Oh, nice. Yeah, this was the English and the German soldiers in 1914. Stopped on Christmas
war,
Day.
yeah.
They met at like basically the border of the war and decided to play a game of football instead.
Yep.
There you go.
It's pretty cool.
Like I said, not funny, but that's a special one. Wanted to end on. Speaking of special ones, we want to end on scouting report time.
Ooh, bring it on.
Nate, what do you got for us?
So, well, World Cups, we can do that in a future episode. We are in the final 6 months of birth year club soccer,
Ooh, yeah.
which I'm going to shed a tear a little bit. You know, that's all we've been a part of. So Aiden's U8 year was when we went to birth year, I believe. And so when he was in DA, it wasn't great anymore at that point. And so that's all we've known. And we've made a lot of friends on these teams, and just, it's been really nice. And so, and I think the other style will be nice too. And it'll be a lot easier for American soccer. But, you know, it's the final 6 months of us playing with our friends, the families that we've gotten to know over the years. And so I just really want to like enjoy it as it comes. And so how about for you? What's coming up?
I am actually more looking forward to it. A little shake up, but well, because I also saw the before times too. Is that where it sounds like a tragedy happened?
Yeah, it's like a death in the family. It's not, but
yeah, but I wanted to share some nice reviews. You know, some coaches at our club. I've been talking with them, and they're like, "Oh, you have a podcast?" I'm like, "Actually, yes." Here, and then they ask about it. What's the name? Here's a link. So you guys should share this with everyone you can, because there's people who want this stuff. Here's one from a coach named Sam, new coach to our club this year. He said, "Just wanted to say, awesome podcast. I've had a lot of fun listening to it over the past week. Lots of fun information that's been helping me get in the right mind of frame for sessions."
That's awesome.
That's what we do here.
Right.
Speaking of what we do,
Helping coaches.
we have some really good things coming up for you guys. We have some guests. We have some educators, team culture experts. If you know anyone who could be a guest on this podcast you think would be great, that you think a lot of people should hear from, send it to us on Instagram, comment on YouTube, tag them, do whatever you want.
Come up to us in public and tell us you want to be on the show.
Yeah, airdrop their contact to us randomly when we don't even see you in the dome.
Right.
Whatever you want, just let us know. Who would you want to see as a guest in this next year? I think we're going to do some more guest appearances that are outside the Confer family. There you go.
Right. Still got to get Lucas.
We've
on
had a
here.
few guests.
We still got to get, yeah.
Speaking of a guest, we did have one other guest.
We did. Someone who liked to crash our party. Sweet Cat Larry will no longer be doing that. You see him in a couple of the last episodes' backgrounds. But hey, he was 18 years. He did well. Never got to see Arsenal win the league. But
I haven't either.
This is true. Only I have. It's crazy. But yeah, family said goodbye to a beloved cat. And so,
R.I.P. Larry. We'll miss our still going to be our podcast mascot.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, on that note, like, share, subscribe, comment on all the things we said to comment on. Send it in the group chat. Send it to your boys' group
buddies.
chat.
Yep. Girls' group chats.
You can do that too. I don't think girls watch this though.
No.
Like if you made it this far, I think it's all the boys.
Probably. It'd be pretty cool. If you're one of the girls, hey, highlight yourself.
You're always
for you.
welcome.
Yeah.
Comment and let us know that you shared it in the girls' group chat, in the team chat with your teams. Literally send this to your teams. Spotify, YouTube, Rumble. No one watches Rumble though. There's not even
They
boys
really
on
don't.
Rumble. I'm the only one. But send it to all the people. Get this out there. Spread some Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
I think we did a few of that today. We talked about
Christmas is
multi-sport
fun.
athletes. Good information,
Yep.
just like Sam says. So share this thing, and we'll see you next time on the Grassroots Champions Soccer Podcast.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.